Hi, I'm Andrea Miller, and I'm a registered dietitian and certified diabetes educator at community hospitals and wellness centers in Bryan. I'd like to welcome you to my house for Live It Summer Salads. An essential for a summer salad for me is that it utilizes things that I have in my garden. So things that I always have in abundance are kale and fresh herbs. So today we're going to go inside and we're going to make a summer salad using both of those things. Now that we're back in my kitchen, we're going to assemble our kale and quinoa salad with fresh herbs. So I've already chopped up all the kale. I have about 5 cups of fresh chopped kale, and I chopped it pretty finely. And to that, I'm going to add our cooked quinoa, and I've already cooked 1 cup of dried quinoa according to package instructions. So I rinsed it because I didn't have a pre-rinsed version, and then I cooked it on the stove. So 1 cup of quinoa with 2 cups of water, bring it to a boil, and then simmer until all the water is absorbed. So I'm using a red quinoa today because that's what I had on hand. So I'm just going to dump that right into the bowl with the kale. Give it a quick stir. Now we're going to make our dressing. So for our dressing, I'm using 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice that I already squeezed from my lemon. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and I'm using an olive oil based version that's a little bit lower in fat. Second to squeeze out here. Good luck. And then a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And just a touch of some salt. And then I'm going to whisk that together. And pour that right over the salad. The thing I love about this salad is it's a really great side dish or a vegetarian main dish because quinoa is a complete protein. So you have your vegetables, and we're also going to add some nuts to it. So it's really nice left over the next day for a lunch. I'm just stirring the dressing in, making sure everything's all nice and coated. And then I'm going to take some fresh herbs. So today I'm using some chives and dill, fresh from the garden. And I'm just going to give those a quick chop. Now this is optional. If you don't have fresh herbs, you really don't have to use them. I just added them because they add a lot of flavor, antioxidants, and I always have them on hand. So I want to make sure that I'm using the things that I'm growing. And this is a great way to use up a bunch of herbs really quickly. So I'm just going to toss those in. And then for some extra flavor, I'm going to give this one more stir real quick. And then for some extra flavor, I'm going to chop up some nuts and toss those in as well. You have a lot of options with the nuts. I'm using a smokehouse almond. I'm going to use about 1/4 cup. Just give them a quick chop and toss those right on top. You can use a lot of different nuts or seeds for this recipe. Another option is to use some pumpkin seeds. The smokehouse almonds give it a really nice flavor though, so that's why I'm using those today. So then we'll just sprinkle those right over the top. and our salad is good to go. Beautiful. Thanks for joining me today.
Welcome to today's episode of Live It From Home. My name is Tara Spizak and I'm a dietitian at CHWC. Today I have with me my daughter Chloe, and she's going to help me in the kitchen as we make a summer pasta salad. So what the recipe is a box of cooked pasta. So it could be spaghetti, I used rotini today, it could be bow ties, it could be elbows, whatever you want. So we've already cooked that. So we are going to dump that in the bowl. And then you add whatever vegetable you want to add. So we are going to do orange pepper. I'm going to have Chloe cut that for me. And we're going to do a cucumber, which I actually picked this from my garden today. And we're going to do some tomatoes. So this is a nice summer recipe that you can do with any vegetable that you might have in your garden, or that's, at a farmer's market. And you can put pretty much anything in there. So we're going to go ahead and get some of this stuff cut up. It's kind of nice too because you can put in multiple types of vegetables, and if certain family members don't like it, they can pick them out easily. So you can put, and I like the more color the better, so that's kind of why I went with the red tomatoes, the orange pepper, and I went with the tricolored rotini to make everything more colorful. And then we also put cheese in there and pepperoni. I did get turkey pepperoni this time just because it's a tad bit healthier than regular pepperoni. I think that's kind of good on the cucumbers, and you can always add more. I am going to dump in some tomatoes. I don't even cut these, I just wash them and just throw in a handful. And then we have just some cut up Marble Jack cheese. It can be whatever cheese you want. I just buy it in a block and I just kind of chunk it up. You could probably use shredded if you want. It may not hold up as well. And I usually just kind of cut up a handful of pepperoni. Sometimes they stick together and you get a big old chunk of it, but this seems to be spreading out pretty easily. Put a little bit more in. Just stir this up a little bit. And then we add Wishbone Italian dressing. I've always used Wishbone in this recipe. I'm not sure if you could use an off-brand. It'll probably be fine, but my original recipe always called for Wishbone. So you don't put the entire bottle in. I just kind of pour part of it in and kind of stir it up. It's best to kind of sit overnight and then eat it the next day. So I often have to add more dressing the next day. So I don't want to put too much in at first. It actually looks almost pretty good. And then I'm going to have Chloe put in the secret ingredient. It is from McCormick. It's called Salad Supreme, and it's a seasoning. It's just really good in this. So it's 2 tablespoons of that we just kind of sprinkle on top. It might be chunked up. Sometimes it gets, there we go. And then you just stir this up. Oops. And that's it. So we have our summer pasta salad with whatever vegetables you want in there, the Wishbone dressing, and our secret Salad Supreme seasoning. So thank you for joining us today.
Hello, this is the Live family, and we are making corn salad. Today I have Adriana, Juliet, and Wyatt, and we're gonna make a Southwest corn salsa. You can use approximate measurements of all of these things. We just make it to taste how we like. So we're gonna start today with 1 cup of frozen corn that we ran under warm water to de-thaw it. And then we're gonna add 1 cup of cherry tomatoes. Go ahead, Juliet. Dump it in. You can eat one. Yep. And dump it in. Good. And who's gonna stir? Okay. Go ahead, Anna, stir. Next step is we're gonna add 1/2 cup of diced onion. I'll do the onion because that makes everybody's eyes water. Right? Okay, keep mixing. Keep mixing.
Can I try it now?
In 1 second. How about you add the pimentos? We have 4 ounces of pimentos over there. Juliet's gonna put that in. Yep. Yep, get them all in there. Perfect. And then I'm gonna add in roughly 2 tablespoons of cilantro. Oh, keep stirring, my goodness. And then we add some salt to taste. Okay. Oh, hey mess, let me do this real quick, okay? Making a big old mess. Okay, does everybody want to squeeze in some lime juice to top it all off? Go ahead. Everybody get in a little bit of lime juice?
Yeah.
From 2 limes.
Yeah.
Got it? Got 'em? Get that juice in there. Oh, give me 1 second. Got it all in there? Okay. Everybody got their lime juice? Awesome. We're gonna stir, stir, stir.
Can I try it?
Okay. So then when you look at it here, it's beautiful. It looks really colorful and pretty. Who wants to try some?
Me.
Okay. What do you think?
Good.
Delicious. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Jeanette Roberts and I work for Wellness at CHWC. And today we're doing Live It Summer Salads. What I'd like to share with you today is a salad dressing that I've been using a lot this summer. It's so simple, so I wanted to share it with you. What it is a vinegar. Today I'm using red wine vinegar, olive oil, and Dijon mustard. And my family really enjoys this, and it's simple, no added sugars, not a lot of extra ingredients. So what I'm doing is you can do equal amounts of red wine vinegar and olive oil. I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of each. When I do this with balsamic vinegar, I only use 2 tablespoons of the vinegar just because balsamic is a little stronger. So you can also use balsamic or a white wine vinegar or just plain vinegar if that's what you have in the house. So that was 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and I generally do about 1/2 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And you can certainly add more Dijon if you want more flavor. About 1/2 teaspoon. And you don't even have to use the measuring. You whisk it up, add a little salt and pepper to your preference, and you got a salad dressing ready to go. So simple. Whole family enjoys it. Today I'm going to put it on a salad of greens that I got from the farmer's market, some cherry tomatoes from the farmer's market, and I had some celery. So I'm not going to put that on there because I'm taking it over to my sister-in-law's, but you just want to add it right before you're going to enjoy your salad. There you have it. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen.